Hello everyone, welcome to Gradeup. I am Vikas Bhadoria and I welcome you all to this very important session on engineering mechanics important question discussion under score booster series for GATE ME 2020. So as we all know that Gradeup is conducting this score booster series for boosting up your GATE score for 2020 exam, and in that we have conducted a few important sessions for all the subjects of mechanical. Okay, it is basically a revision session and that we used to conduct every day, so that not every day but from Monday to Friday or sometimes Saturday, so that you can have a revision, quick revision of all the important concepts that you were preparing for the last 2 months, 3 months or 6 months, whatever time you have given for your preparation for GATE 2020. So with this revision session that we conduct on the YouTube channel, we try to make you practice some important concept of each and every subject. Today I am here with few important question of engineering mechanics. Well, engineering mechanics, if I talk about this subject of engineering mechanics. Naveen, yes, I remember your request, but I will reply to that thing in the session of fluid mechanics on Monday. Okay, so there will be a session of fluid mechanics on Monday. There I will tell you that about that. Okay, so I will explain you that question again on Monday. So you have to wait till that time. And today we are here for a revision of the subject of engineering mechanics. So hello and welcome to everyone. Good evening, Sumant Reddy, Velma. Good evening, Naveen, Chandravanshi. Okay, Naveen. So yes, so we are here now to discuss some important question of the subject of engineering mechanics under score booster series. So as you all know that this score booster series is a revision series for GATE 2020, which will be on 1st of February. As you all know that your exam will be on 1st of February for the GATE exam. Okay, so all those students who are preparing your, or they were giving your hard work from the last few months, now it's time for the payback, where you have to really whatever concept you have given or whatever concept you have learned from the last few months, now it's time for you to practice them. Okay, so it's revision session going on. Yes, Naveen, definitely I'm going to start that. Hi, I'm Amar Pandit. Very good evening to you. So before I begin the revision part, revision video of all subjects, Sumant Reddy, we have already conducted revision of a few subjects for mechanical, and so we are conducting revision of almost all the subjects for the subject of mechanical engineering for GATE 2020, and you can watch the session again in the YouTube channel. You can find the video for the revision of other subjects also. Okay. Yes, we are, like you are telling about the topic of engineering mechanics. I know what are the topics which are important for engineering mechanics. The topics which are most important are free body diagram and equilibrium, and trusses is also a very important topic, and impact and collision. Impact and collision is an important topic, and then kinematics and dynamics and laws of motion and friction. So these are few important topics from the engineering mechanics from which the question are asked in the GATE exam. So normally if you see the weightage of the subject of engineering mechanics, it's 5 to sometimes it's 5 marks, and sometimes it's 6 marks also. So average we can say that weightage of engineering mechanics is 4 to 5 marks. That is the weightage of engineering mechanics in the GATE exam. Okay. This is a brief introduction about me. I hope it is not required for those who already know me, but those who are new to me, I am Vikas Bhadoria. I have 5+ year teaching experience. I did my M.Tech in thermal engineering from Thapar University, Patiala. I have mentored more than 10,000 plus aspirants for different competitive exams. My area of expertise is fluid mechanics, thermal applied and heat transfer. So these are my area of expertise. Okay. So very good evening to all those who have joined the session. Before we start discussing the question, I have to tell you a few important things which are very important for those who are preparing for the GATE exam. Well, the number of days left for the GATE exam are just 13 days now. So from here, just 13 days are left. We really need to take care of that. One second. I think there is some problem here. One second. So the number of days left for the GATE exam are just 13. So no, it's not 7 days. 13 days are left for the GATE exam now. I think there's some mistake here. Today is there's some mistake here. We are talking about the GATE 2020 for mechanical. Just a few weeks. Yes, definitely few weeks are left because today is 25th, and the GATE exam will be on 1st of February. So that is on the next Saturday. So the GATE exam will be next Saturday, just exactly after 7 days from now. Okay, so this is a mistake here. GATE exam will be on next Saturday, so only 6 days are left for you. So yes, that is a mistake in the tapping mistake, and you should also not think like, you should also remember that the GATE exam is exactly after 6 days from now. That is on next Saturday you will be your GATE exam, and on 1st of February. So those who are having your GATE exam, definitely you have got your admit card. You know what are the timings of your exam. Either it will be in the morning shift or in the evening shift. Okay, so I hope you have got your timings for the GATE exam. So accordingly, you can give your mock test in that timings of your GATE exam, so that you can have a practice of that how you are able to solve those 65 question in 3 hours. Okay, so try to give your mock test in the same timings of your GATE exam. So the GATE exam will be on 1st of February, that is on Saturday. So that is very, very important. And I hope you know that Gradeup will be conducting a live analysis on the same day of the GATE exam. So where we'll be telling you that solution, the expected cutoff on 1st of February after the GATE exam. I think there's some problem here. Well, I think there's some problem. We just have to hold for some time. First of all, this PPT is not going. वो उसमें नीचे option नहीं आ रहा है. Why it's not happening? I'm really sorry for this technical glitch that you guys have to face. Sorry, this was some issue. I hope my voice is coming now. Yes, tell me everyone if my voice is coming now, if I'm audible. And now we have resolved the issue. I think there was some problem here. So that is why there was some network issue, and that I'm really sorry for you have to wait for some time. So I hope my voice is clear now. Yes, is everything audible now? Okay, that's good. So now we are going to solve some important question for engineering mechanics. Like some of the students are saying that, sir, please cover all the topics. Well, I have taken around 12 questions for engineering mechanics, 12 important questions. So I will be trying to cover in each and important topic. Okay, and but it's not possible to cover everything in 1 hour lecture. Okay, but still whatever question we are going to practice now in this class that are important for the GATE exam, definitely we will try to brush up the concept. We will try to solve some important questions. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready for this. Now before we start the session, I have to tell you a few important things. As you know that tomorrow is Republic Day. So on the eve of Republic Day, we are giving you some important discounts on some green card and also on our courses. So if we talk about our green card, now as you know that green card is gives you an green card which gives you an opportunity to practice as much questions of different test series. So you on this Republic Day offer, we will be providing you this green card at 50% off. So you will get up to 50% off on the green card for all the courses. That means for all the branches, either you're from mechanical or from civil or from any other branch, you will get 50%, up to 50% off on the green card. Okay. And apart from that, if we talk about our Vision 2021 course, this Vision 2021 course is a paid course for GATE 2021 and ESE 2021. In that course also, we are giving you this discount on the eve of, on the occasion of Republic Day. So for this Republic Day offer, the cost of this Vision 2021 course has been reduced from 34,990 to 22,500. Okay, so those students who wants to prepare for GATE 2021 and ESE 2021, the cost of the Vision 2021 course is only for the Republic Day. That is only for tomorrow. This offer is valid only till tomorrow. Okay, so this is a very important information for those who wants to purchase this Vision 2021 course. So I hope you got this information. Now we can move on to the last thing that I have to tell you before we start the questions. Well, as you know that GATE exam will be on 1st of February, 2nd of February and 8th and 9th of February, right? But Gradeup is conducting a mock test, mega mock challenge for all those students who wants to prepare, who wants to practice few important questions before the GATE exam. Now, as you know that this for the mechanical and electronics, the GATE exam will be on 1st and 2nd of Feb, and for electrical, computer science and civil, the GATE exam will be on 8th and 9th of Feb, right? So Gradeup is conducting a mega mock challenge before the GATE exam. For EC and mechanical, the mega mock challenge will be conducted on 29th of Jan from 29th to 30th. And for electrical, civil and computer science, the mega mock will be conducted on 5th of Feb and it will be valid till 26th of Feb. Okay. So as you know that this mega mock challenge will give you an opportunity to practice few important questions. Okay. So you can definitely register for the mega mock challenge now. You can find the link for registration in the description of this video. Okay, so you can register for the mega mock challenge so that you can practice some important question before the GATE exam. Okay. Now let's come to the important questions of engineering mechanics. That is the motive of today's class, so that we can practice few important questions for the subject of engineering mechanics. Okay, so I have told you some important information regarding the Vision 2021 course, regarding green card and regarding mega mock challenge. So now let's start discussing the questions. Yes, come on guys, solve the question. This is the first question. Now if I talk about particularly for the subject of engineering mechanics, the weightage of engineering mechanics is 4 to 5 marks. Sometimes it can go up to 6 marks also. It depends on the whether there are 2 slots for mechanical. Okay. So in the first slot, in the morning shift, they can give you 3 questions for engineering mechanics. In the evening, they can give you 2 questions. So it depends on the shift also. But yes, the weightage is 5 to 6 marks. Okay. So the question normally comes from free body diagram, trusses, friction, and impulse and momentum, collisions. Okay, so these are important topics from engineering mechanics from which the question can be asked in the GATE exam. Now this is the first question. Normally from free body diagram, the question comes from Lamy's theorem. So Lamy's theorem, I hope you have, you know Lamy's theorem. So in this question, you have to apply the Lamy theorem and tell me the answer. What is the value of tension T2? You have to determine the value of tension T2 in the string as shown in the figure. The figure is given here. You have to tell the correct answer. I am giving you 1.5 minutes for this question. Ram Badan Yadav, firstly you solve the question, tell me the answer, then I will tell you the solution for this question. Okay? So these questions are for your practice. Tell me the answer for this question. I have given you a hint that you have to use Lamy's theorem. Whenever you see such type of question, that there is a point load which is connected, there are 3 loads are connected at a point. Okay, so that is a concurrent system. That means all the forces will be in equilibrium. So you can use Lamy's theorem. The angle is given here 60 degree. You just have to find the angle between all the forces and you can solve the question very easily. So Santosh Kumar is giving 19.6. Naveen is getting option D, that is 22.63. Dharmendra Kumar is getting option B. Rishabh Chakravarti D. Okay. Amar Bare in the app is getting 22.63. That is option D. Okay. Mahesh Booster, okay, is getting 22.32 as the answer. So I think we have got enough responses. The right answer for this question is option D. How to solve this question? To solve this question, you have to do one thing, that is you have to apply the Lamy's theorem, because you can find these 3 forces are meeting at this point. Okay. Now the weight of this mass is given as 4 kg weight. That is, mass is 4 kg. So weight will be equal to what? Weight will be equal to 4 into 9.81, and that will be acting downwards. So this is the first force, this is the second, this is the third. Okay. So if this angle is 60 degree, then by alternate this angle will also be 60 degree, right? You know the properties of angle, this angle will also be 60 degree. So if you have to solve by Lamy's theorem, according to Lamy's theorem, you will get T1 over sine of the angle between, if this is the T1, you have to find the angle between this. That will be T1 over sine 90 will be equal to T1 over T1, and the force angle between these 2 forces is 90 degree. Then we have equal to T2 over the angle between D2 and these 2 forces. That this angle will be equal to what? That will be equal to 150 degree. So that will be T2 over sine of 150 degree. Now this weight 4 kg. Now that will be equal to 4 into 9.81 divided by sine of. Now this weight is there acting downwards. You have to find the angle between the other 2 forces. That is this angle. What will be this angle? If this total angle is this is 60 degree, then this total angle will be 120. So that will be sine 120. Now tell me one thing. If we have to find the value of T2 and both T1 and T2 are unknown, you cannot use this equation to solve the question. You cannot use the first 2 because both are unknown here, right? If both are unknown, you cannot use the first 2 relation. So if you have to find the value of T2, only thing that you have to use is this, because you have to find the unknown tension T2. Okay, so here at least one force is unknown, this angle is known, this force is known, that is weight of the body is known to you. So you have to use this relation to find the question, to solve the question. Okay, so T2 will be equal to sine 150 degree into 4 into 9.81 divided by sine 120. T2 you will get from here 22.63 Newton. That is a very simple question, but you have to apply this concept. Yes, that is the last 2 steps. You have to use the last 2. You have to identify that which, if this is the Lamy's theorem, if this is the Lamy's theorem, you have to identify that if in the Lamy's theorem, which forces you have to take. Always remember, whenever you are solving the question of free body diagram or the trusses, you have to try to minimize as number of unknown forces. Okay, so here 2 unknowns are there, but here only one unknown is there. If you take this, similarly, if in this question you have to find the value of T1, then you have to take this and this, because at least one force is known to you here. Okay, so whenever you are solving the Lamy's theorem, you have to use this concept. You have to find the angle between the other two forces. Okay, and you can solve the question very easily. Next question, an object is acted upon by the forces given below, P1, P2, P3. If another force is applied to keep the object in equilibrium and is given as AI plus BJ plus CK, then calculate the value of mod of A plus B plus C. Again, the question from free body equilibrium of forces. Okay, so solve the question, tell me the answer. Again, a very easy question. Hi Nani Charan, very good evening to you. We are solving some important question of engineering mechanics for GATE 2020 revision, and this is the second question in today's revision session. So I hope the question is visible to you all. Please solve the question, use the concept of engineering mechanics that you already know. I hope it is a very easy subject because it is one of the basic subject of mechanical engineering that everyone studies this subject in their B.Tech first year. Either you are from mechanical branch or civil branch or electronics branch, everyone has to study this subject, that is engineering mechanics. Okay, so that is why some people become weak in this subject, because they ignore this subject, because this subject is taught in B.Tech first year, right? Can you explain a problem of 2 or more? Yes, NVS Sai Kumar, I have taken 2 to 3 question of trusses, so we have to wait for that some time. Okay. How many marks from civil engineering? Siva is asking. Well, Siva, even if it is a mechanical or civil branch, this weightage of engineering mechanics is 4 to 5 marks in both the exams. Prabhakaran, I think I am speaking in English. I am not using any other language here. I am using English language, right, for communication. So I am not using Hindi language or other language. Yes. Have you solved the question? Shashi Shekhar Azad has got option B as the answer. Maddie has got option B. Akhilesh Khadse has got option B. Okay. Suresh is getting 20, that is option B as the answer. Okay. Ashutosh Sahu is getting option C. Love Avasthi in the app is getting option C. Shashwat Bhattacharya is getting option C. Sridhar Naidu and Jeno is getting option B. Shiva, the timing of the classes are variables. For some classes, the timings are in the evening, that is at 9 p.m. For some classes, the timings are in the evening, that is at around 5:30 p.m. That is the timings of the classes. So every day the classes take place in the YouTube channel. Now the right answer for this question is option C, that is 31. So those who have got option C as the answer, the right answer is option C. How to solve the question? The 3 forces are given and they are saying that all the forces are in equilibrium. Let us say that unknown force is equal to P4 and the P4 is equal to AI plus BJ plus CK. Let us say the unknown force is equal to this. Okay. Now, if all the forces are in equilibrium, all forces are in equilibrium, that is given in the question, right? All the forces are in equilibrium. So we can say that summation of all the forces will be equal to 0. Sum of all the forces will be equal to 0, right? So what you will get, P1 plus P2 plus P3 plus P4 will be equal to 0, right? So P4 will be equal to what? Minus times of P1 plus P2 plus P3. So if you add all these forces, what you will get? If you add all these 3 forces, you will get 4 plus 3 plus 7, that is 14. So you will get 14I. So I am writing it here, 14I plus 7 plus 2 plus 5. What is this? That is 14J. And then we have 9 plus 1, 10, 10 minus 7, 3. That is plus 3K. So you will get this value as minus times of 14I plus 14J plus 3K, right? Or you will get minus 14I plus 14J plus 3K. So that is the value of P4. Now P4 was equal to this. P4 was equal to AI plus BJ plus CK. They have given this question that unknown force is equal to this. Now, so that means AI plus BJ plus CK is equal to minus 14I plus minus 14J minus 3K, right? So if you solve this, what you will get, that you have to find the value of mod of A plus B plus C. Now if you equate these two terms, you will get A is equal to minus 14, B is equal to minus 14 and C is equal to minus 3, right? So you have to find the mod of A plus B plus C. That means you have to find the positive value. You don't have to consider the sign. So if you add the A plus B plus C, you will get mod of A plus B plus C. From here, you will get that will be equal to minus of 14, minus of 14, minus of 3. That means this will be equal to minus of 31. And mod, if you put any value thing in the mod, you will get this value as 31. That means you will get the positive value. So the right answer will be option C, that is 31. So that was again a approach of solving the question of free body, this forces in equilibrium. So you can see we have got two type of question. One question was from Lamy's theorem and the other question was from forces in equilibrium concept. Okay. Next question. This question is from impact and collision topic of engineering mechanics. It is again a very important topic. The question also comes from this topic also. A small ball of mass 1 kg moving with a velocity of 12 meter per second undergoes a direct central impact with a stationary ball of mass 2 kg. They are further saying that this impact is perfectly elastic. You have to find the speed of 2 kg mass of the ball after the impact. Okay. Now this question is from the concept of impact on collision. I am giving you 2 minutes for solving this question and then tell me the answer. So those who are in the app and YouTube, please solve the question, take your time and tell me the answer. Yes, come on guys, hurry up. So does ISRO allow final year student? Well, Shashwat Bhattacharya, I think ISRO does not allow the final year student. So ISRO exam is already being conducted, I think on 12th of January. So I think maybe next year you will get the vacancy of ISRO. So I'm not sure about it right now, but yes, the exam of ISRO has been conducted on 12th of January. So you have to apply the concept of impact and collision. Akshay is getting option C. Naveen Gupta is getting option A. Abhinandan Kumar getting option C. Shailesh Kumar getting option B. Mohammad Yasser is getting option B. Abhinandan Kumar, that is okay. So let me see how many of your students are getting the correct answer for this question. Tejas, hi Tejas, please solve the question. Kavit Chauhan is getting 8 as the answer, that is option B. Anant is saying that C is the answer. Okay, so we have taken enough response. I think I should tell you the answer. The right answer is option B, that is 8. So those who have got option B as the answer, that is the right answer for this question. Now how to solve the question? It is a concept of impact and collision. Okay, so let us say that there are two balls and these balls are colliding with each other. Let us say the mass of first ball is equal to 1 kg. This is 1 kg ball and this is 2 kg ball. So what are they are saying that a small ball of mass 1 kg moving with a velocity of 12. So this is moving with a velocity of 12 meter per second and this collide with another ball of stationary mass. That means this velocity is 0 meter per second. There is no velocity of this ball. Okay, it was stationary when it collided it here. So this is before collision. This is before collision. Let us say that after collision, what will happen? Let us say this is 1 kg and this is 2 kg. Let us say after collision velocity is v1 and this is velocity is v2. So this is after collision. Now, in this question, they have given the collision, you have to take the collision as a perfectly elastic collision. Okay, now what are the conditions of perfectly elastic collision? One thing is for sure that linear momentum will be conserved. If it is an elastic collision, either it is an elastic, perfectly elastic or perfectly inelastic collision, linear momentum will always be conserved. Okay, so linear momentum will be conserved. This is the first thing. Linear momentum is conserved, right? Second thing, since it is a perfectly elastic collision, coefficient of restitution. What is coefficient of restitution? Do you know what is coefficient of restitution? Coefficient of restitution will be equal to, that is E will be equal to 1. If it is a perfectly elastic collision, then coefficient of restitution will be equal to 1. Understand? Now what is coefficient of restitution? It is equal to velocity before collision divided by relative velocity before, after collision divided by relative velocity before collision. Okay. So I have to, coefficient of restitution is equal to relative velocity after collision divided by relative velocity before collision. Right? Now what is relative velocity before collision? That means that will be equal to 12 minus 0. Right? That means this is equal to 12 minus 0. Relative velocity after collision will be equal to what? After collision this will be v2 minus v1. So that will be v2 minus v1. This is equal to E. Now E is equal to 1 for perfectly elastic collision. This will be 12 minus 0 over v2 minus v1. So v2 minus v1 will be equal to 12. So you will get this equation as the first equation. Okay. Now this is the second equation. The first equation you will get from the concept of linear momentum is conserved. If linear momentum is conserved, then what we can say? What is linear momentum? It is equal to product of mass into velocity. So what is linear momentum in this case? This will be equal to 12 into 1 plus 2 into 0. That will be equal to v1 into 1 plus v2 into 2. Right? So that will be your first equation. So what you will get from here? This will be equal to 0. This is equal to 12. So you will get v1 plus 2v2 is equal to 12. v1 plus 2v2 is equal to 12. That is the first equation. And second equation is minus v1 plus v2 is equal to 12. So we will solve this. This will get cancelled. 3v2 will be equal to 24. v2 will be equal to 8 meter per second. So in this question, what you have to find? You have to find the value of the speed of 2 kg mass after the collision or impact. So that is coming out equal to 8 meter per second. So the right answer is 8 meter per second. Yes, Dharmendra, what is your doubt? Surendra is right. What is Surendra right about? Surendra, at Anant, you are right. I don't understand what you are saying. Yes, coefficient of restitution is equal to velocity of separation is equal to velocity of approach. You can say that also. That is also definition. This is also called velocity of separation. This is called velocity of approach. Okay. So that is correct. Definitely you guys are right. Definition of coefficient of restitution. Well, coefficient of restitution is a term which is used for the collision, impact and collision, and it is defined as the ratio of relative velocity of after collision divided by relative velocity of before collision. Okay. So it is basically the term used for the impact and collision term. Now that ratio is not written inverse, that is correct. Relative velocity before, after collision divided by relative velocity before collision. Sorry, relative velocity before. Sorry, that is correct, not correct. So that will be equal to, it is correct, that will be equal to after, that is V2 minus V1 divided by 12 minus 0. That is correct. That is inverse. So it will be V2 minus V1 over 12 minus 0, not 12 minus 0, because we are talking about relative velocity after collision divided by relative velocity before collision. Okay. Next thing, next question is again from impact and momentum. This question is from the concept of impact. What is impact? Impact is equal to, impulse and momentum. Impulse is equal to product of rate of change of linear momentum per unit time. That is called as impulse. Okay, so in this question you have to find that impulsive force, and so whenever you hit an object for then that is called an impulse. Okay, impulse is always defined as equal to force into the time. The force which is applied on a body into time, that is called as impulse. So in this question you have to find a nail of mass 0.015 kg is driven into a fixed wooden block. Yes, Shiva, what is the question? Can mechanical girls can also give every exam that are conducted for mechanical engineering, or there is any restriction in some field of work? Shiva, what are you asking? This question is not at all relative. Okay, there is no restriction for any girls to give the gate exam. Even the I think for the girls the fees for the gate exam is also half, I think, as compared to the boy, for male as compared to the female, the fees is also half. I think it is 50%. So yes, there is no restriction for, why there will be any restriction for the girls? There is no restriction for girls in any exams. Okay. But I think that you should not ask this question. This question, I think that is given in the brochure of gate exam. Okay, so that is already given there. Girls can give any exam. They can go into defense. They can give gate exam. They can give ESC exam. They can give any kind of exams. There is no restriction for girls. Yes, solve the question. Tell me the answer. Don't waste time. So Anant is getting option A, Deepak Sharma getting option A, Dharmendra Kumar getting option A. Remaining classes in startup ME, Pawan Kumar, that will be on Monday. Okay. What is impulse? See, impulse is defined as the rate of change of linear momentum per unit time. That is called as impulse. Now you are see, you guys, these classes are for as a revision classes. Okay, these classes are revision classes for the GATE 2020. Those who are preparing for the GATE 2020 from the last 6 months, 3 months, 2 months. So we are just practicing some good quality questions, important questions from engineering mechanics. Okay, so if you guys don't know about impulse, definitely you guys really need to brush up your concept again. Okay, so the right answer for this question is option A, that is 62.5. In this question, they are saying that a nail of mass 0.015 kg is driven into a fixed wooden block. Its initial speed is 25 and it's brought to rest in 6 milliseconds. Find the value of the force. So what is they saying? They are asking to find the value of force. See, this force is equal to rate of change of linear momentum. That is rate of change of linear momentum per unit time. That is called this force. Okay, so that will be equal to m of v2 minus v1 divided by time. Okay, now what is the velocity given here? The velocity in this question is given as that is the initial speed is equal to 25, that is the initial speed, and the final speed is equal to rest. That means it has got into rest, so that will be equal to m of v2, that is equal to 0 minus 25 divided by time. Time is equal to 6 millisecond, that is 6 into 10 power minus 3 second. Okay, so mass is equal to 0.015 into minus 25 divided by 6 into 10 power minus 3. So from here you will get this value as 62.5 Newton. that to the value of force. So I have used V is equal to U plus A times T, then I put V is equal to 0 and A is equal to F by M. See, you can use any approach for solving this question. Ultimately, you have to find the force. Okay, so either you can use that kinematics equation, that is V is equal to U plus AT. From there also you can solve the question. But the thing is that, see, this engineering mechanics is one of the basic subject. Okay, so in this question you have to use the concept of impulsive. This rate of change of force is equal to rate of change of linear momentum per unit time. So this formula can also be solved. This can also be solved by that equation of kinematics, that is V is equal to U plus AT. That can also be used for solving the question. Okay, from there also you can solve the question, that is F is equal to M into A. Okay, so force mass is given, acceleration is, you can find it from there. That, yes, that question can be solved from there also. Sasat Bhattacharya, are you getting the answer from by that approach? Are you getting the answer for that approach? So this question can also be solved by V is equal to U plus AT. So in this U is V is equal to 0, that is 25 plus A into T, that is 6 into 10 power minus 3. So from here you will get the acceleration. Okay, and F is equal to M into A. So from here we will get mass is given, A you can find from here, so that you can find from here also. So yes, the answer you can get from here also. We can get the answer from both the approaches. So it's totally up to you which approach you want to use for solving the question. But your concept should be clear in your mind. Next question, the initial velocity of an object is 40 meter per second. The acceleration A of the object is given by following expression is equal to minus 0.1 V, where V is the instantaneous velocity of the object. Then you have to find the velocity of the object after 3 seconds. Again, a good question from the topic of kinematics of body. So you have to use the equation of kinematics to solve this question. Yes, come on guys, hurry up. It is a very simple question. You have to, acceleration is given to you. This question again from the topic of kinematics. You have to use that approach of kinematics and you can solve the question very easily. Yes. So engineering mechanics is the only subject from mechanical which you really have to study, because if you are not good in engineering mechanics, the concept of engineering mechanics is carried to the that subject of strength of material. Okay, so you really need to study this subject. Okay, so if you have not studied this subject, still 6 days are left. You can brush up the concept again. You can again revise the concept of engineering mechanics. And practicing is also one of the way of revising the concept. You can practice some good questions like this and you will definitely get a hold on the subject of engineering mechanics. Because if you see the questions in the GATE exam, the questions are not that tough. These are basic questions like this. So you just need to use the approach and you can solve the question. Kavit Chauhan is getting 29.63. Kavit Chauhan, that is option A. Amar Bar is getting option A. Rishabh Chakravarti option A. Dharmendra Kumar is getting option A. Arbaz Khan getting option A. So the right answer for this question is option A, that is 29.6327. And how you are going to solve this question? In this question they have given acceleration is equal to minus 0.1 into V. Now we know that acceleration can also be written as rate of change of velocity per unit time. That is also formula for acceleration. It is equal to A is equal to dV by dt, right? So if you use that, you will get dV that is minus 0.1 into V is equal to dV over dt. Right? If you rearrange the terms, you will get dV over V is equal to minus 0.1 into dt. So you just have to integrate. Now integration is always, what is integration? You have to apply the integration. The initial velocity is equal to 40. Final velocity you have to find after 3 seconds. Right? So that will be 40 to V. Now time is equal to from 0 to 3 seconds, right? So just integrate, you will get this log of V, 40 to V is equal to minus 0.1 into 3 minus 0. So from here you will get that log of V minus log of 40 is equal to minus 0.3. So if you solve this equation, if you solve this equation, you will get log V, that will be log 40 plus minus 0.3, and that you have to again take anti-log of V, and you will find the answer. You will get the answer V as 29.63 meter per second. You will get the final velocity after 3 seconds. So the right answer is option A. Those who have got option A as the answer, that is the right approach to solve this question. So these are some basic questions. We have not moved on to the tough question. Now let's move on to the next question. A body moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second has a mass of 8.5 kg. If a force of 15 Newton is applied on the body, determine its velocity after 4 seconds in meter per second. Again, a very simple question from the basic concept of engineering mechanics. The force is given, mass is given, velocity is given. You have to find the velocity after 4 seconds. Vignesh Rana is getting option A. Very quick, Vignesh, very good. Yes, come on guys, you have to quick like Vignesh and Mahesh. Booster. So he is boosting his preparation at such a level that he has named his name as Mahesh Booster. I know that is not your original name. Adarsh is getting option A for this question. Balaji is getting option A. Nani Charan is getting option A. Shrikant getting option A. Samruddhi is getting option A. Dharmendra Kumar option A. Maddie is getting option A. I think we should not waste much time in this question. This is a very simple question. How to solve this question? In this question they have given the force is given, mass is given. So F is equal to m into A. From here you will get the acceleration that will be equal to F by m. That means it will be 15 divided by 8.5. You will get this value as 1.764. That will be the value of acceleration. Now from the equation of kinematics, first equation of kinematics, V is equal to U plus AT. Okay. So you have to find the velocity after 4 seconds. So acceleration you have got, right? So V will be equal to U. Initial velocity is equal to 2. So that will be 2 plus 1.764 into 4. Very easy question. You will get the answer as 9.05 meter per second, and that is approximately 9 meter per second. Right? The answer is 9. So those who have got option A as the answer, that is the right answer for this question. Now we have reached to another topic. We have practiced the question of free body diagram and equilibrium. We have practiced the question of Lamy's theorem and also kinematics and impulse and momentum. Let's solve some question of trusses now. In this question they have given a framed structure of height 2 meter and 6 meter span. 6 meter is the total span, that is total length of this structure. Okay. It is subjected to 2 points load at B and D. So there are 2 points load. One point load is 8 kilonewton at B. Another point load is at D. That is, suppose this is D. This is another point load, that is 14 kilonewton. Okay. You have to find the reactions at A and C. You have to find the reactions at A and C. So you can take your time. I am giving you 2 minutes for this question. Solve it and then tell me the answer. Yes. Balaji, have you already seen this question? How can you be quick? So quick. Dharmendra Kumar is getting option A, Vignesh Rana is getting option A, Balaji is getting option A, Ashutosh Sahu is getting option A. How you guys are so quick? How you are getting the answer very quickly? Very good. So whenever you have to solve the question of trusses, you have to draw the free body diagram of this. You have to convert these reactions which are given here in terms of reaction forces. So the supports are given here, you have to remove the support and use the reaction forces and then solve the question. Samriddhi is getting option A, Abhinandan Kumar getting option A. Okay, I think since most of the students are getting the answer, the right answer is option A. Okay. Now how to solve this question? That is also a very good trick, Balaji. If you can solve any one of the reaction, you can match from the options. So if you have to solve the reaction C, you can find that if reaction C is coming out to be 9.67, that is the right answer. That can only be the right answer. So how to solve this question? They have given that this is equal to 14 kilonewton. If you remove the roller support, you will get a reaction RC here. If you remove the hinge support, you will get two reactions. One be in the horizontal direction RAH, another in the vertical direction RAV. Okay, so one force is 8 kilonewton applied here. This distance is equal to 2 meter and this is 3 and this is 3 meter. Now the question is how to solve the how to find the value of reaction at C and the total reaction at A. So total reaction A will be the resultant of the forces in the horizontal and vertical. Okay, you have to find the resultant because at the hinge support you will get two reaction forces in the horizontal and vertical direction. So to find the total reaction force, you have to find the resultant here. Okay. Now let's start it. Now if you have to solve this value, you have to find this value, you have to equate, if you have to find the value of RC, just use equilibrium of the forces in the vertical direction and put it equal to 0. So in the vertical direction we have RAV, 14 and RC, right? So we have got two unknown here. You cannot solve this question like that. Okay, so how we can solve this question? You can solve this question. We know that equilibrium of the forces in the vertical direction, horizontal direction, if you keep it equal to 0, you will get RAH is equal to 8. You will get the vertical force, horizontal force in this direction, that will be equal to 8 kilonewton because there is no horizontal force in the other than these two forces. So you will get the horizontal reaction at A will be equal to 8 kilonewton, right? Now how to solve the question, how to find the value of reaction at A and C, vertical reaction at A and C. So the next approach to solve the question is either you can apply the equilibrium force in the vertical direction, that means RAV plus RC is equal to 14, right? Now that this can also not be used for solving the vertical reaction because there are two unknown here. So how we are going to solve it? Then you have to apply the moment. Now the equilibrium of moment can be applied at which place? It should be applied at that support which has got maximum unknown. Now here we have got, at least we have got this RAH, but we can apply either at this point C or at A. Let us apply this at point A. Let us apply the equilibrium of the moment at point A. So if we apply the equilibrium of the moment at point A and put it equal to 0, what you will get? This 8 kilonewton will produce a moment of this clockwise direction, that will be 8 into 2. Okay, then we have this force 14. So plus 14, and this will again produce a moment of clockwise direction, that will be 14 into 3. And next, this is in the vertical direction, that will be minus of RC V into this total distance is 6 equal to 0, right? So if you solve it, you will get the value of RCV from here, that will come out to be 9.67 kilonewton, right? So vertical reaction at point C, you will get 9.67. Now how to find the vertical reaction at point A? By using this equation, you can find the vertical reaction at point A. That is RAV plus RCV is equal to 14. So from here, you just have to put this 9.67 here. You will get the value of RAV, vertical reaction at A. So in this equation, you have to find the reaction at C and total reaction at A. So reaction at the C is coming out to be 9.67. And from the option, you have easily got the answer. But if you have to find the reaction at A, we have got two forces, one in the horizontal and other in the vertical direction. So if you have got two forces, you have to find the resultant of these two forces, and that resultant will be equal to under root of reaction at H, horizontal reaction square plus vertical reaction at A square. So from here you can solve the question. You have got this value as 8. This is equal to, you can solve from here and you will find the answer that will come out to be 9.09. So those who have not solved the question, that is the approach to solve the question of this kind of questions. Okay. So you have to find the, you have to apply equilibrium of forces and equilibrium of the moment. Try to apply the equilibrium of moment at that point which has got maximum unknown. Okay, it will be a very easy one. It will be very easy to solve the equation then. Okay, so that is the approach to solve the question. Next question. Next question again from the concept of trusses. A truss PQR is shown in the figure. Find the magnitude and nature of the force in the member PQ in kilonewton if it is carrying a load of 10 kilonewton at the point P. So you have to find the force PQ. That means this is force PQ and this will be force PR. Okay, so you have to find, you have to solve the question. Use any method, if whatever method comes into your mind, and solve the question. So in this question they have given this angle is 60, this is 30. So total angle is equal to what? 180, so that will be equal to 90. Obviously that is 90 here. Okay. So what I have to find in this equation? We have to find the value of FPQ, force PQ, and its direction. Yes, Amar Bar is saying 8.66 compressive. Vignesh Rana is getting option B, that is 8.66 compressive. What about other students? Arbaz Khan is saying compressive 5. Okay, that means option D is getting option D as the answer. No, Amar Bare, I am looking at your comments. I am saying that you have got the answer as 8.66 compressive. Surya is getting option C. Sridhar is getting option B. In the YouTube, Rishabh Chakravarti is getting minus 8.66, that is option B. Mahesh Booster is getting option B. Okay, so we have got, seeing the answers in app and in the YouTube, I can say that the right answer, most of the students are right for this question. The answer is option B. See, in this question, if you have to find the force FPQ. Now, FPQ is the reaction force. This is point P, this is Q. So, that will be in this direction, right? So, if you apply the moment, this will get this as P, this is P equal to 10 kilonewton, this is FPQ, sorry, that will be PQ, and this is FPR, right? This angle is, if this angle is 60 degree, obviously this angle will be also be 60 degree, and this is 90. So that this complete angle will be equal to 150 degree. Similarly, if this angle is 30 degree, this angle will be 30 degree, and this complete angle will be equal to 120 degree, right? Now, this question looks like it is a question of truss, but that question can be solved by the concept of Lamy's theorem. You can use Lamy's theorem for solving this question. How you can solve this question? Now, FPQ, force FPQ over sine of, now this FPQ, opposite angle between the force P and this PR, this angle is equal to 120, right? That will be sine 120 degree, will be equal to P. Now, the angle P is equal to 10 kilonewton, that is 10, right? Divide by the angle between these two forces is equal to 90 degrees. So, that will be sine 90. Now we don't need to apply the Lamy's theorem for the third part because you only have to find PQ. So that can be solved by using this equation only. So FPQ will be equal to 10 into sine 90 is equal to 1, 10 into sine 120 divided by sine 90. So by solving it, you will get this answer at minus 8.66. And since the value of FPQ is coming out to be minus, that means the nature of the force is compressive. Okay. And the answer is 8.66. The right answer is 8.66 compressive. Understand everyone? Next question. In the figure, the load P is equal to 1 Newton. This is a figure given here. This is a diagram. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. In the figure given, the load P is equal to 1 Newton. The length L is equal to 1 meter. Young's modulus is given to you 70 gigapascal, and the cross section of the link is a square cross section with a dimension 10 into 10. Okay. All the joints are pin joints. All the joints are pin joints here. So that means this joint is pin joint, this joint is pin joint, and this is also a pin joint here. Okay. The stresses in the link AB. You have to find the stress in the link AB. Okay. So that is a question. You can see the diagram here and tell me the answer in 1 minute. It is a very easy question. Here also you have to apply the force balance equation. This is a force coming, P coming out at 45 degree. This is a AB link, this is a link BC. Okay, this is at an angle of 45. So solve the question and tell me the answer. So I just want to get away from the screen because you have to see the diagram and question. So I will be taking the answer after 1 minute. Okay. Yes. So have you got the answer? Sumit Kumar in the app is getting option C. Sridhar is getting option D. Sumit Kumar is getting option B. Amar Bare is getting 0. That is option D. In the YouTube, I can see that is Ahmed Dargah is getting option D. Tech Up Rice is getting okay. No force, no stress. Rishabh Chakravarti is saying okay. Yes, the right answer is option D. And like Rishabh is saying, no force, no stress. So firstly, you need to find the force at for the link AB. And if you need the force, stress is equal to force per unit area. So let us find the force. So if you see this equation, you will get this reaction force is coming out P. Okay, and this at this point B, we have a reaction force here FBC, and we have force FBAB downward. Okay, so we have got these 3 forces. Okay, so this again we are using Lamy's theorem again. So if this angle is 45, this force is FAB, and the other 2 forces are FBC and P. Now if we have to apply the Lamy's theorem, according to Lamy's theorem, you have to find the angle between the other 2 forces. This is 180 degree. The force opposite to this force FAB is equal to 180 degree, right? Now, if I put FAB over sine 180, just looking at this, okay, and P will be equal to what? If this is P, this is 45, this complete angle will be equal to what? 90 plus 1, that will be P over sine 135. Now in this equation they have given the value of P. We require only these 2 equations, we can solve our answer. Now if P is equal to 1, that means this is 1 over sine 135. Now tell me the value of sine 180. FAB is equal to sine 180 divided by sine 135. What is the value of sine 180? Yes, value of sine 180. it is the most easy question. It looks like it is a very tough question. So many values are given, diagram also looks complicated. So that is a good thing about the GATE exam. The question also like that. Okay. So in this question you will get sin 180 divided by sin 135. Sin 180 is equal to 0 degree. Right? So if you put that side, you will get FAB will come out to be 0. If the force in the member AB is equal to 0, if force is equal to 0, the stress will also be equal to 0. So the right answer is 0 here. Okay. Alright. Next question, the value of tension in the member EF and EA respectively. Again, there is a question of truss here. They have given that this is a point A, this is B, this is C, this is D, E, F. Okay. And the distance is also given. You have to see the diagram and solve the question. Yes, everyone please solve the question quickly. Yes. Have you solved the question? Shashank is getting option B. Sumant Reddy is getting 0. I think I got side because I don't want to hide the options and the questions. So I hope you have seen the diagram and you have seen the question and the options. Alok Singh Negi is getting option C. Firstly said he is getting option D, then C. Okay. That means you are getting option C, this as the answer. Alright. Mahesh is getting 0. 0. Is it really 0, Mahesh? Because 0 is not the option here. Dhruv is getting 0 again. Ashutosh Sav is getting 0. Pramod Deva is getting. See, I think you have given the answer for the previous question. For this question, the answer Dhruv is getting option D. Okay. Well, for this question, the answer will be option D. That is 225 kN compressive and 125 kN tensile. That will be the answer. Now, how to solve this question? See, in this question, you have to find the reaction at the tension value at EF and EA. Okay. So, that means this value will be equal to EA. The force FEA will be here in this direction. Okay. And force EF will be in this direction. Okay. Because you have to find the tension force. Now, if you have to find the value of the reactions, how you can solve it? You have to apply the moment at any point. Let us find the moment at A. Okay, applying the moment at point A and put it equal to 0. That will be equal to force EF into 4. It will produce a clockwise moment. That will be plus 4 plus 50. This 50 Newton plus 50 into 6 plus 50 into 12 will come out to be 0. From here you will find the value of force EF and that will come out to be minus 225 kilonewton. So since the value of force EF is coming out to be minus 225, that means it is a compressive force. That means it will be a compressive force. So no matter whether you choose the direction, see it is a tensile. So this is a reaction here. This reaction force will be providing a reaction in this direction, and tensile force will be in the opposite direction of this reaction force. So definitely the tension force will be in this direction. That will be the direction of tension. Okay. Tension force is a pulling force. So accordingly you can choose the direction of tension. And if you solve the question, you will get a sign of the force, and from the sign of force also you can solve the question. Okay. So from here you will get this FEF as the answer, that is minus 225, and since it is minus, it will be compressive. Okay. Now how to find the value of FEA? From that can be solved with the help of, we know that if you apply the force balance equation, that will be equal to, if this is EA, if this is value of EA, if you apply the force balance equation, the total reaction is given to be 50 kilonewton, and this is also 50 kilonewton. Okay, so this angle is let us say this angle is equal to theta. Okay, if this angle is equal to theta, there will be a reaction in this direction that will be equal to FEA sin theta, and this FEA sin theta minus 50 will be equal to 0. So FEA into sin theta will be equal to 100. Now how you will find the value of sin theta? This is theta, so sin theta will be equal to what? That will be equal to perpendicular, this is perpendicular over hypotenuse. So if this is 4 and this is 3, this value will be equal to 5, this length will be equal to 5. So that means this is equal to 4 over 5. So if you put this value, if you will get FEA into 4 over 5 is equal to 100. From here you will get the force FEA will be equal to 125 kilonewton, and that will be equal to positive force. Okay, so if you are feeling problem of selecting the direction, okay, of whether how it will be in this direction or this direction, you just have to remember one thing, that by calculation you will get the sign of the force. If it is coming out to be positive, that means it is a tensile force. If it is coming out to be negative, it will be a compressive force. Okay, so this value will be equal to 125. By solving it, it is a positive value, so it is a tensile force, and 225 is coming out to be negative, so it is a compressive force. So right answer is option D. Those who have got option D as the answer, that is the correct answer for this question. Next question, a block weighing, this is not weighting, this is weighing, 100 Newton is resting on a surface. The coefficient of friction between the block and the surface is 0.3. A horizontal force of 20 Newton is applied on the block. What is the magnitude of force of the force of friction acting in the block? Well, this question is from the concept of friction. Sorry Gupta, this topic comes under GATE aerospace. Sorry Gupta, well, I am not sure about the aerospace branch, but yes, this topic is important for mechanical and civil branch. Okay. Now this kind of question is important, because if you see the previous year question of GATE 2019, there was a question from this kind of concept. So you have to solve the question and tell me the answer. This question concept is important, very important. Amar Bar is getting 20 Newton, that is option D. Milan Patel is getting option D in the app. In the YouTube, I can find Balaji is getting 20 Newton, that is option D. Abhinandan Kumar is getting option D. Uma Maheshwar Reddy is getting option D. Okay. So I think most of the students are very quick. Alok Singh Negi is getting option D, and they are also giving the right question, right answer. That answer will be option D, that is 20 Newton. How to solve the question? So if you have to solve the question, you have to draw the free body diagram. They are giving that is a block of 100 Newton weight. So the weight of the block is 100 Newton. It is acting downward. Let us say it is resting on a surface, and a force is applied which is equal to 20 Newton. It is applied in this direction. Let us say it is 20 Newton. Right? A force is applied on this block which is 20 Newton. The weight is 100 Newton. So there will be a reaction force in the opposite direction which will be equal to 100 Newton, right? If the weight is 100 Newton, reaction force will also in the normal reaction will be 100 Newton, right? So the force of friction will be in the opposite direction of the motion. Let us say it is equal to in this direction. Now maximum value of force of friction, which is also called limiting value, that is called maximum value, will be equal to mu into n. Mu in this equation is given to you 0.3. So that means it will be equal to 0.3 into n. N is equal to 100. That is 30 Newton. Now the approach. Let's come to the approach for solving such kind of question. The maximum value of friction force is coming out to be 30 Newton. Okay. And the applied force is equal to 20 Newton. Okay. Now there is a graph between this maximum value. If there is a graph, this is the applied force and this is the friction force. This graph is somewhat like this. That is the maximum value of friction force. Okay. Now if the value of maximum value of friction force is coming out to be more as compared to the applied load, then this friction force has to be equal to the applied load. Okay. Now in this equation, maximum value is coming out to be 30 Newton and applied load is equal to 20 Newton. That means the object cannot move because the friction force is greater. Friction force is greater than the applied load. That means object cannot move. Object cannot move. That is the maximum value of friction force is greater than the applied force. And in that case, the friction factor value, force of friction value should be equal to 20 Newton. It will be equal to the applied load. Okay. If the value of maximum value of friction force is greater than the applied load, the object cannot move. In that case, the friction force has to be taken as applied force. That will be equal to 20 Newton. So the right answer will be 20 Newton for this question. And this kind of approach is important for the GATE exam because 2019 there was a question similar to that. And so you have to understand this concept. Okay. If the maximum value of friction force is coming out to be greater than the applied load, then the friction force will be equal to applied load. Okay. The last question of today's session. Please solve this question. This question may look like, yes, it is a previous year question. And see, if we have to practice some good quality question, I would recommend everyone to practice the previous year question also. Okay, because previous year question gives you a lot of idea about your level of preparation. If you are able to solve the previous year question very easily, irrespective of the fact that you have seen the solution, that is another thing. But if you are able to solve the previous year question, that means your preparation is very good. So this is a previous year question. I think that was asked in 2014. But the concept is always important. If it is a previous year question, that doesn't matter. The concept is important. Please solve this question and tell me the answer. Yes, Shivam Verma is getting option C, okay, that is 78 meter. This question is a bit lengthy. See, this question was asked in 2014, I guess, and in 2 marks. So yes, this question is important and it is a previous year question. Abhinandan Kumar is getting option 57. Drumit Trivedi is getting option A, okay. Siddharth Patel is getting option B as the answer, 80 meter, alright. So the right answer for this question is option A, that is 57.76. And what is the approach to solve this question? In this question they have given there is a block of mass M. It is resting on a plane, inclined plane at a 45-degree angle to the horizontal. Okay. So if you have to solve this question, you have to draw the free body diagram. The weight will be mg here. And if this angle is 45, this angle will also be 45. So this angle will be, this will be equal to mg cos 45. And this force in the horizontal direction will be equal to mg sin 45. Right? So this is how you have to resolve the forces for this inclined block. Okay. Now, if the motion of the block is in this direction, the reaction force, the friction force will be in the opposite direction to the motion. Then that will be equal to that. This is mg cos 45. The normal reaction will be equal to mg cos 45. Right? So the friction force will be equal to mu into n. That will be the equal to mg cos 45 into mu. That will be the value of friction force, mu into mg cos 45, because normal reaction will be equal to mg cos 45. Okay. Now if we have to solve this question, you have to apply the force balance equation. The net force on the block will be equal to what? That will be equal to mg sin 45 minus, because these two forces are in the opposite direction, that will be equal to mu into mg cos 45. Okay. So from here you will find the net force, and that will come out to be 34.6835 Newton. That will be the net force on the block. Now this net force will be equal to mass into acceleration. Now the mass is given to you 10 kg in this question. From here you can find the acceleration. Okay, so net force will be equal to m into a. M is equal to 10. From here you will get the acceleration, that will be 3.46 meter per second square. Now in this equation you don't have to find the acceleration, you have to find the total distance, the distance traveled by the body along the plane. So how you can find the distance? In this equation you have to apply three concepts: free body diagram concept, force and equilibrium concept, friction concept, and the kinematics concept. Okay. So the third equation of kinematics is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. Here you have to find the distance. So that this is the value of distance. Okay, acceleration is known to you. Velocity is given in the question. Yes, the body slides down the plane and attains a velocity of 20 meter per second. Okay. So let us say the initial velocity is equal to 0, final velocity is equal to 20. That will be 20 square will be equal to 2 into a into s. So from here you will get the distance. S will come out to be 57.76. That will be the value of distance. So this is how you are going to solve the question. Amar Bari 56.568 is not the answer. The right answer is 57.76. So that you will get by applying these three equations. So first approach, this is the third equation. This is the second equation, force balance equation. And this is the first approach by applying the net force on the block. Okay, that is you have to apply the concept of friction. Okay, so this was a previous year question, and previous year question gives you a very good idea about the level of the questions asked in the previous year, gives you an idea about your level of preparation. Okay, so this question was a good question. This is how the previous year questions or the GATE questions have got 2 to 3 concepts in a single question. Okay, so the right answer is this, that can be solved by this approach. Yes, so one more thing, and this question can also be found by using this S is equal to ut plus half at square. This can also be solved by this equation, second equation. Now from time can be found by using v is equal to u plus at. From here you can find the value of time, but that requires 2 equations to be used, but you can directly use this equation to solve the question. Okay. Now before we end the session, this is a very important information about the Vision 2021 course. This is a paid course for GATE 2021 and ESE 2021. In this course, we are covering the complete syllabus of GATE and ESE 2021. Okay, and that is around 700 hours of course. In this course, we are going to cover the important classes, live classes, along with we will be providing you daily quizzes, PDF notes, and full length mock tests, part tests, everything will be given in this course. Okay, the cost of the course, as you can see in the beginning, I have told you about the cost. Right now, as you know that tomorrow is Republic Day, so in that, on the occasion of Republic Day, we are providing you this discount on green card as well as on this Vision 2021 course. On the green card, we are providing you discount up to 50%. Okay, so if you want to purchase the green card, tomorrow is a very right day, that is Republic Day. You can purchase this green card at 50% off. Okay, not just that, we are also providing this discount on our Vision 2021 course. The cost of the course right now was 34,990, but only for the occasion of Republic Day, the cost is 22,500. That is the cost of this course, So you can see if you want to prepare for GATE and ESE 2021, right now you can find this cost is very less for only till tomorrow. That is only for Republic Day offer. Okay, so this is very important information. So this is all in this important session of engineering mechanics. I hope we have learned to solve some important question. We have solved around 12 questions, and so this is the paper is on 1st of February, and so I wish you all the very best for your exam. And before we end the session, I have to tell you just that please subscribe to the channel of GATE Gradeup and press the bell icon, because then only you will get new updates. If you we are conducting any session like that, you will get an automatic notification if you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Okay, so please subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon. That is all I have to say in the end. Prep smart, score better, go Gradeup. Thank you.